The following is another live sports exclusive presentation of WNEP TV 16, the news station. We're proud to serve all of northeastern and central Pennsylvania.
Chris Daly has already made the first. Carbondale up 65-62. Daly makes it a 4-point lead 6 seconds ago, and this one is about over. Columbia with one last shot. It doesn't matter, folks. Carbondale area has won 59 in a row. They're headed back to Hershey to defend their AA state title. Carbondale wins it 66-62.
59-0. It's a state high school basketball record. 59-0. But it's not enough for the Carbondale area Chargers. 59-0. They won't be satisfied until 59-0 becomes 60-0. And they win their second straight state championship. Today, live on WNEP TV, Carbondale area gets its shot at making it happen. And a good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Hershey Park Arena for this boys state championship game between our own Carbondale area Chargers and the Quips of Aliquippa High School. I'm Tim Carlson along with Tom Toddy. We certainly are glad to have you with us and glad we can be presenting the Chargers' shot at winning 2 state championships in a row. What a story this is.
An incredible feat, Timmy. Carbondale comes into this tournament as the only team left in the state that hasn't a blemish. Perfect 29-0. They came into the state final last year, finished 30-0. They were only the team to do that. Once again, a chance to make it 60 consecutive wins and back-to-back state titles. And when you get down to the brass tacks with Carbondale, you got to talk Danny Siegel, Chris Daly, the 1-2 punch.
They have been 2 fabulous ball players their whole career, and of course this senior year, a really storied year for those 2. The other night in the game, the Eastern Final game for Carbondale area against Columbia, Chris Daly was the guy who had to come up with the big game, and the second half he was marvelous. He scored 20 points the entire game, hit the big foul shots, hit the big three-pointers when he had to, and he's really been the guy, and of course Dan Siegel the whole year.
Absolutely, and for the running Quips, they're just that, running. They like to press up and down the floor. They like to pressure their opponents, and yes, they like to run. They have 3 kids on the floor that score at least the 16 points a game. So this team is well-rounded, and they're going to bring the ball right at Carbondale, so we should have some excitement right off the start.
Yeah, really, these 2 teams match up very well together, and I expect a very close game and a very good game. Hopefully it won't be quite as crazy as last year's win over George Junior Republic, but if it's a win for Carbondale area, we'll take it, and I know Coach Glenn Muskowski will take it also, so it's going to be a great game, I'm sure.
Carbondale, number 1 in our Super 16 rankings, number 1 in our girls Super 16 rankings. Congratulations to Lord's Regional. The Lady Red Raiders winning the single-A state title just a few minutes ago, beating Bishop Guilfoyle 41-32. We'll have the starting lineups in the action when we come back. State championship here on WNEP TV. You get a good look at the running Quips from Aliquippa, decked out in their black and red uniforms. Timmy, a little bit like UNLV. They have that look, and they hope to run against the Carbondale area Chargers. Carbondale still with their warm-ups on. About 2 minutes to go before tip-off. Lord's Regional game going a bit long, and then, of course, the celebration as they cut down the nets.
Oh, it was a wonderful sight to see, and I know it's kind of tough for the young ladies from Bishop Guilfoyle, but I guess turnabout is fair play. They won last year, and this year it was Lord's Regional that got the chance, but the Carbondale area Chargers, amazing a difference a year makes for them, too. Last year they came in heavy underdogs to the George Junior Republic team. This year, they're actually a slight favorite coming in to this game against the running Quips, and yeah, what a crowd here today. A sellout crowd, an unbelievable sellout crowd here today, and I got a feeling it's going to be pretty noisy here at Hershey Park Arena.
Sellout crowd expected, and we have Carbondale's starting lineups to give you a good look at these young men. Of course, leading the offensive show and defensive show is the guard Chris Daly. Then you have Sean Tierney. Big Sean, about 5'8", 5'9", 200 pounds. He's a scrapper. Danny Siegel is the man in the middle and the big point man for Carbondale area. Rob Zavislak. He can shoot the three-pointer. He'll need to be on today for Carbondale. And rounding out the starting five, number 44, Joe Borowski.
And, of course, we can't forget the man who runs the show, Coach Glenn Muskowski, who's done such a marvelous job molding these young men together and making them undefeated.
I was talking to Glenn, Timmy, before the game. He said the kids are relaxed. It is a big lift to have played in this game last year and come down here the second time. They know what to expect. They know the floor, they know the crowd, and they know the tensions of playing in the final game of the season.
And let us also mention the great following that they have, which really, any way you cut it, boosts their confidence. They know they're going to have the loudest crowd in the building. They know they're going to hear it big time every time they score a bucket or make a big play. So that, I think, really helps psychologically for a basketball team and the Carbondale area Chargers.
Yeah, all great teams have great fans, and we'll take a closer look at the Carbondale contingent coming up at halftime. Special report. Jay Christopher will be in at halftime with some entertainment. Lords Regional, as we mentioned earlier, winning today 41-32. The Lady Red Raiders finishing the year with the state title, and as Timmy mentioned, a rematch of last year's state final. Lords lost last season by 26 points. They turn around and they beat Bishop Guilfoyle today by 9. Congratulations to Mike Plumbaro once again. And what about this? Set to go for action here at the Hershey Park Arena.
I also want to mention, of course, the Dunmore Lady Bucks, who were in a thriller yesterday here. I was here to see that game, and I want to tell you something. That was a heartbreaker for Dunmore, but they have nothing to be ashamed of. A terrific, terrific game, even though they did lose in the girls' final. And our congratulations to Coach Ross Machaco and the Dunmore Lady Bucks.
And coming up later tonight at 6 o'clock, Bishop Hoban, the Lady Argents, will play in their first state championship. They'll take on North Catholic. And you want to talk about winning programs. North Catholic is number 6 in the USA Today. Their average margin of victory is 44 points a game. Carbondale starting lineup by the public address announcer. Out and loud here at the Hershey Park Arena. Right now you got to give the advantage to the Carbondale fans in terms of decibels.
Starting in the guard, wearing number 14, 5'10" senior, out the other guard, a senior, 5'8", number 53, Sean Tierney. And a forward, a 6'1" senior, number 34, Rob Zavislak. Out the other forward, number 44, a 6'3" junior, Joe Borowski. And starting at center.
What do you think of the news, Timmy? Rob Zavislak with a new haircut.
Oh, I love it.
Chargers are set to defend their state championship. 29 straight wins this year, 30 in a row last season.
They are a confident crew, to say the least. They let little rattle them, and if that does happen, it only happens for a few seconds in a ball game, and they're right back in it. They're very confident. And that's what it takes, you know, to get back here and be a championship team. And they have shown a lot of confidence all season long.
Number 12, Larry Walker.
Forrest Akins for Aliquippa averages 15 points a game. There's the big scorer, Larry Walker. He averages 20 points a game for the Quips. Charles Fisher, 16 more points a game.
And a forward, a senior, 6'4", number 44, Sean Hall.
Sean Hall averages about 6 points a game. He's a banger inside, pulls down 10 boards.
Senior number 42, John Williams, the Quip of Aliquippa.
The Quips look like they're ready to run, and we'll have to see what happens here, because we're just a few seconds away from game time. And, of course, if you're wondering where the Pro Bowlers Tour is, which normally airs at this time, you'll be able to see it early Sunday morning, late Saturday night. We certainly hope you'll tune in, or at least roll your VCR so you can watch it tomorrow and enjoy it.
2 a.m. to 3:30 a.m. So set the VCR.
Please rise for the singing of our national anthem.
And now our national anthem. Well, Tom, I'm about ready. I don't know about you, but I
think just about everybody in the house is ready. Timmy, Carbondale, the visiting team in blue, Aliquippa, the running quips in predominantly white with red and black trunks. Danny Siegel for Carbondale. John Williams for Aliquippa will jump this opening tip. Siegel to Daly, and Carbondale gets it started on offense.
I would expect them to be very deliberate about this, and
Siegel is short.
Maybe a little nerves there, but that happens sometimes at the beginning of a ball game.
Forrest Akins brings it down for the Quips. Carbondale comes out. 2-1-2 or 2-3 zone. That's Larry Walker. He's short. Siegel comes down with the rebound.
Very similar type of situation for the Quips that time, too. A little uptight, maybe, not getting the follow-through.
Chris Daly, he's super quick, pulls up at the foul line, missing the shot. John Williams, Akins, and here's Charles Fisher, goes in for two. Quippa has the early 2-point lead.
Very good on the transitional game there for the Quips. Obviously, the Chargers are going to have to learn to get back on defense.
Daly goes baseline and gets it. All net for Chris Daly. Quippa right down the floor. Danny Siegel with some nice hustle, nearly getting the loose ball.
The Carbondale area Chargers, known for their hustling defense. They don't give you an easy shot ever.
Fisher on baseline. Walker and Akins out front for Aliquippa.
This 1-3-1 zone they're playing worked very well against Columbia the other night.
Walker shot, no good. Siegel comes down with the rebound.
When they play that kind of zone, it really cuts out the big man in the middle.
Sean Tierney now out front for the Chargers. Alley-oop to Danny Siegel and goes astray.
That's all right. That'll work before the game's over, I guarantee you. Nice try.
Danny motioned to Chris a little more, just a little more height on that ball, and he was there.
Well, each team, here it is on replay, and you can see not quite there. A little bit higher on that one.
Back to the action. Forrest Akins for three, in and out. Walker comes down with the rebound. Battled for. Siegel comes down, and he's on the loose. Chris Daly has to hold.
Very unforgiving baskets here, Tom. The ball will bounce off the iron very easily. You better hit it right.
Daly with a nice drive. Joe Borowski touching the ball for the first time for the Chargers.
Yeah, Carbondale's going to have to stay in this half-court game against this team if they want to win. They can't run with them.
Siegel to Daly. No good, and off the hands of Rob Zavislak. Aliquippa's ball. 2-2 early in the first. 5:25 left to play in the opening quarter.
Yeah, I would think Carbondale wants to keep the tempo of the game down as they did last year against George Junior Republic. If they can do that, absolutely.
Chargers playing a 1-3-1 zone now as they front up a big Sean Hall at the foul line. Akins is short. Walker with the rebound, and it's 4-2 Aliquippa.
Very nice follow-up there from Walker.
That ball was booted away, but no call, and here comes Aliquippa.
2-on-1.
Akins fouled by Sean Tierney.
That's a good foul, though, for Tierney to take. Why give him the easy basket?
Surprising to me on the replay and the break. John Williams leading it, and there you see Sean Tierney getting back, getting called with the reach-in.
Might have been a little hop there while he was carrying the ball, getting ready to pass it off, but I'm not the official.
Akins gets the bounce. He'll shoot one more. Two foul shots by Forrest Akins, and Aliquippa has a 6-2 lead. Now some full court pressure by Aliquippa. Carbondale breaks it. Zavislak pulls up from the foul line. No good. Equipped strong on the board, and here they go with the break. Fisher, with the basket. Equipped now out to a 6-point lead, and more pressure from Aliquippa.
That's 4 points now for Fisher.
The officials letting go the little bumps and shoves early on. Nice dish from Chris Daly to Danny Siegel with the jam and the foul. Possible 3-point play for the Chargers, and that gets the crowd into it. Can he sky or what?
Telling you.
Game in and game out, Danny Siegel plays to the level of his competition, and boy, he soared on that one.
Height is no barrier for that young man. They certainly can get the ball inside like that to Danny. Get some people in foul trouble. Of course, that's even more a plus. Very nice. He's a good foul shooter. Exactly what the Chargers need to awaken this offense. We'll be back with the state championship after these messages. Welcome back to Hershey Park Arena. The Carbondale area Chargers trailing 8-5. Aliquippa will inbound the ball from down court. And Tom, so far, I'd say they played fairly even. Aliquippa maybe getting the better of the transition game, but a long way to go. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. 8-5, Aliquippa leads. Carbondale pressed back in their 1-3-1 zone. Larry Walker drives, nice dish. Charles Fisher couldn't handle it. We'd like to welcome Barbara Barr to the broadcast booth. Barbara, how are you?
I'm very well, Tom.
Now, you played on this floor in high school, did you not?
Actually, I did a couple of times. We won a couple of district championships here, and also lost a couple of state games.
Barbara played her college career at Boston University and professionally in Europe, yes?
Yeah, played a year in England, and before that I played at BU.
So what you're saying is you could probably smoke me on the basketball court, right?
Not at all. I'm getting too old for this.
Here you see the turnover here.
That's their third turnover so far. Carbondale area, of course, going to have to stay away from that. One thing in a game like this, you can't give up the ball too many times, or it's going to cost you dearly.
Aliquippa patient on offense. Walker, Fisher, Akins out front. Walker for three. He's got it.
That's the first three-pointer of the game by anyone.
First Daly with the ball for the Chargers. Looks to go inside, goes cross court. Sean Tierney for three. No good. And here come the Quips. Stolen back by Rob Zavislak. Back the other way goes Carbondale. Zavislak
Nice
behind his back.
Yeah.
Double dribble.
That's too bad. That's a pretty slick move there.
Carb being a participant in these games, it's obvious the emotions play a big key in the ebb and flow of this game.
Well, you work all season long to get to this point, so there's a little bit of nervousness I think you can see on both sides here, and certainly when I played, we were a little bit nervous in a big state game, but by the second half, I think that'll ease up a lot.
11-5, Aliquippa looks to add to the lead. Ball knocked away. Nice quick hands by Chris Daly.
Substitution for Aliquippa, number 34, Bernard Hubble.
Bernard Hubble's coming in, number 34 for the Quips. Sean Hall takes a seat for Aliquippa.
Hubble's a 6'3" forward, averaging 5 points a game for the Quips.
Aliquippa with the spread offense, trying to get Carbondale out of this 1-3-1 zone. And if they keep hitting the outside shots, Carbondale might have to oblige. Hubbles with the drive, in and out. And Joe Borowski comes down with the board. Daly with the quick move and in and out of the hands of Borowski. Here comes Aliquippa. It's Larry Walker to the basket. He is fouled.
It looks like it's Zavislak on the foul, and it'll be a two-shot deal since he was going up to the basket.
Here they are again, the running Quips. Guys, they're living up to their nickname, boy. One mistake at the offensive end, and they're down the court.
They're a lot faster right now than Carbondale and getting down the court, beating them down the court to get the easy opportunities.
Larry Walker averaging 20 a game. Already with 2 from the line. Misses the first.
That's the first foul of the game for Carbondale, by the way, and of course it's Zavislak's first.
Walker missing both.
See what I mean about these hoops? They're tough.
That's what I always said.
They are really
I
tough.
thought you told us, Barbara, you never miss. Chris Daly bounces it off his foot. Here come the Quips. Forrest Akins to Williams.
Looks like it's going to be Daly on the foul here.
Transition game is impressive for Aliquippa.
Chris Daly, his first, team's third. John Williams goes to the line, shooting 2.
Again on the break, Akins with the nice no-look pass to Williams, and Chris Daly reaching in.
Well, the score's been 11-5 now. It seems like for an eternity.
And the Quips helping Carbondale out here with 3 consecutive misses from the line. John Williams, his second, is in there. So it's now 12-5. Aliquippa up by 7, 1:29 left to go in this first quarter. Full court pressure by Aliquippa. Danny Siegel having some problems, and it's stolen by Humbles. He goes in and scores. Once again, Carbondale trying to break the pressure. Borowski's ball is picked off, and touchdown pass to Aliquippa's Charles Fisher goes out of bounds. No time to take a breath here.
Yeah, I think there is time to take one because Coach Glenn Muskowski is going to take one. He wants to slow this game down.
Intense pressure from Aliquippa. The Quips just push it up the floor.
I think he wants to turn this back into a half-court game again because this just isn't working. As you can see, the pass is way too far for Sean Hall to get.
And the point there, though, is Charles Fisher is ahead of the Carbondale defense. And where that ball, if the throw is there, Fisher has 2 easy points.
Well, Carbondale area has been making some uncharacteristic mistakes. The ball off the foot, the passes that aren't quite there, you know, that kind of thing. And I think Glenn just wants to tell them, look, guys, let's get back into our game. Let's play as we have over the last 2 years. If we do that, we know we can win the game.
And those little mistakes, Barbara, obviously due in part to the pressure.
But just what you're saying, Carbondale definitely would be better off in a slow-down game, working inside the single, rather than the running gun game that they're in right now.
We'll see if Carbondale can change the pace of this game. Right now, Aliquippa is dictating it. Full court pressure, and it's pretty tough to slow the ball when you have 3 or 4 guys chasing after it. Zavislak thinks about the 3 and gets it back out to Tierney. Carbondale needs a basket here before the end of the first. Chris Daly pulls up for 2 and gets it.
That's the way to do it.
14-7, Aliquippa. 45 seconds to go in the first.
That's a Carbondale play. The little screen there for Daly got himself open. Boom.
Larry Walker pulls it out. Aliquippa going for, it appears, the last shot of the quarter. Aliquippa players saying, if Carbondale doesn't move, we're not going to move. The Carbondale fans giving the Quips a piece of their mind.
And the Quip fans responding.
Giving it right back.
As small a group as they are, they do respond.
Here we go. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Larry Walker looks around. Akins for 3. And he is fouled. And that's a tough foul on Joe Borowski. That'll be 3 foul shots for Forrest Akins.
That's something you don't see very often, to say the least.
In that case, with 3 seconds left, better off just letting him take the shot.
Especially with the way these buckets are.
Number 50, Willie Simmons. At the line, number 14, Forrest Akins, shooting 3.
So the Quips substituting here in the first quarter. Willie Simmons now into the game for John Williams. Forrest Akins with 3 shots from the foul line. He misses his first, and right now the Aliquippa foul shooting has been a blessing for Carbondale.
They're 3 for 6 from the line.
Akins 0 for 2.
Looks like Syracuse.
Yes, really. How many national championships should Syracuse have if they learn how to shoot foul shots?
Barbara Barr and Tom Tidy said that, folks, not me.
For the Cuse fans, Akins makes 1 of 3. It's 15-7. 2 seconds to go in the quarter. Walker throws it up. No good. So after 1 quarter, it's Aliquippa 15, Carbondale area 7. Welcome back to the state championship. Start of the second quarter, and a steal. That's Keith Tulin for Carbondale, and Chris Daly out front now. The Chargers trail 15-7, just underway here in the second quarter. And Aliquippa with those quick hands, they get the steal. Larry Walker bringing it up for the Quips, drives down the lane and dishes. Ball's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Rob Zavislak, so Aliquippa retains possession.
I guess that's one way to try to get through that 1-3-1, huh? Didn't work, though.
John Williams, a couple of big steps and loses the ball.
5 turnovers now for the Quips.
Full court pressure once again facing Carbondale.
You know, with these 3-pointers, really an 8-point lead isn't much right now.
Danny Siegel from the foul line is off. Tulin with the rebound.
Very nice.
Zavislak shot is blocked. Akins up the floor to Larry Walker. And it's 17-7, Aliquippa.
7 points now for Walker on the game.
Daly trying to work on Walker, and he picks up the loose ball. He misses the chipper.
Fortunate there.
Keith Tulin with the rebound, and Chris Daly will push it up the floor for Carbondale area.
Whoa.
Tough shot there, and back come the Quips. Forrest Akins gets control, and now Aliquippa is up by a dozen. 19-7. Relentless pressure from Aliquippa, and another steal. Akins to Fisher, back to Akins. And Carbondale needs a break. A 14-point lead by the Quips early in the second quarter. We'll be back. Welcome back to the state championship. Tom Tidy, Tim Carlson, and Barbara Barr. Carbondale in the second quarter down 21-7. 6 minutes to go, and Barbara, Carbondale needs to figure out this press quick.
Well, they're turning the ball over on offense, and then they're not getting back on defense. And now Aliquippa getting easy baskets.
Keith Tulin gets 2 for the Chargers to cut the lead to 12. It's Larry Walker for Aliquippa, fantastic ball handler. Akins with the big drive, Siegel with the block and the rebound. The lead pass to Sean Tierney as things are getting hectic.
Wow.
Tierney goes in for 2.
What a great play by Tierney there to save it in bounds and then go in for it. Nice going.
Aliquippa's lead cut to 10.
It can happen that fast.
Big Sean Tierney with the soft hands on that play.
That's got the Carbondale area people fired up, and the kids look like they're ready to go too.
Fisher with the running one-hander.
Look at Tierney. He's possessed out there. He wants that ball.
Carbondale needs a lift. Danny Siegel looks to the paint, drives, and he gets fouled. Obviously, the Chargers, it's right there for him. Get it to Dan Siegel and let him create something. And here, Danny tries to create.
That's what they've got to try and do, is get it into him and try and draw a few fouls and slow the game down a little bit.
That's Sean Hawes' second personal.
34, Bernard Humble checks back in for the Quip.
Quippa with the run-and-gun style, substituting more often than Carbondale. Just good look at Danny Siegel and that zigzag part of his. 2 foul shots here for Dan.
Nice.
21-12, Aliquippa by 9. We have 4:53 left to play in the second.
Siegel 2 for 2 at the line so far. Make it 3 for 3. That's the way they do it.
And Carbondale staying in the 1-3-1 press.
A 6-0 run for the Chargers. They'd like to keep it going.
Walker slapped away, and Chris Daly comes down with it. Carbondale trying to force Aliquippa to shoot from the outside. Daly. Zavislak drives baseline, and he is fouled. So after that timeout by Glenn Muskowski, Carbondale working the ball inside and getting some fouls. Zavislak strong to the paint.
Number 34 will foul Zavislak, as you can see.
Yeah, either on John Williams or Hubble.
Nice foul shooting by the Chargers. 5 for 5 and an 8-0 run here.
It could be the difference as Aliquippa is not shooting the foul shots well.
And you
21-15.
Sorry, Tom. Chargers
Another
have
steal.
slowed the game down.
Daly pulls up. Hubble with a strong rebound and a foul on Carbondale.
That'll be Dan Siegel's first of the day.
I believe it's on Rob Zavislak, isn't it?
Foul number 34, Rob.
I'm sorry, you're right.
His second, team fifth.
A little quick there on the...
Daly short, and Zavislak came charging in over the back. Akins and Walker now playing catch for Aliquippa. Walker drives and draws the foul.
I think the foul's on Tulin.
And Keith Tulin picks up his first.
Foul number 11, Keith Tulin. His first, team fifth.
Carbondale has to be pretty happy with things, though, only being down by 6. A couple of minutes ago, it looked like they were going to get blown out.
Once they changed the tempo of the game, you can see it all started to change.
Passed 3 or 4 times down the floor, guys. Carbondale really pushing it inside and drawing the foul.
They're a disciplined kind of team. They got to play disciplined defense and offense, and when they do that, they're comfortable. When they're not doing that, they're not comfortable. That's all there is to it. On the other hand, it looks like Aliquippa, when you're playing that slowdown kind of game, they're not patient.
The foul shooting continues to haunt the Quips. Walker makes 1 of 2. 22-15. Carbondale down by 7. Full court pressure now as Carbondale tries to break. Daly cross court to Tulin. Daly will set up the offense. Tierney for 3. No good. Keith Tulin, it looked like he was mugged there, but no foul.
I'll tell you, he's a tough customer in there. He's banging with those big guys. Right now, they have Bernard Huskels all over Danny Siegel. He's just trying to find an open spot there.
And get a good look at the matchup. Siegel drives and
Huskels called.
Hubbles with the reach-in.
Foul number 34, Bernard Huskels. His second, team fourth. Carbondale area to inbound.
For Staley with a little spin and a jumper. 22-17. Carbondale down 5. Back comes Aliquippa. Fisher off the glass for 2.
They don't waste any time.
They do not. It's almost as if, Barbara, that Fisher releases as soon as Carbondale puts up the shot.
They're looking right down court to him, and Carbondale's got to be sure to get back to stop those easy baskets.
Nice.
Danny Siegel. 24-19. Akins for 3. Excuse me, Hubble for 3. He misses. Chris Daly pulls up. That's one way to keep Aliquippa from breaking. Have Chris Daly get the ball. The guys guarding Daly can't leave their zone.
Nice play.
Steal by Daly. Off the glass for 2. And Carbondale puts the lead to 3.
6 points for Daly.
Akins at the foul line, blocked by Siegel. Danny Siegel starting to assert himself. Siegel foul. And all of a sudden, Carbondale has gotten the momentum to their side.
Hubbles with 3 fouls now. Well, he's going to sit down, and they're going to call timeout.
Timeout on the floor. 1:57 to go before the half. Carbondale down by 3, 24-21. And now, guys, we get to see how Aliquippa handles the pressure. Carbondale survived, and now Aliquippa is feeling some heat.
I'm sure their coach right now is telling them, hey, we got to get the rebound and get the ball out, get that outlet pass. Let's go, let's go, let's get up the floor. They're obviously not as quick as we are. We got to do that. Although I'm not so sure about that, because it seems when Carbondale does get that half-court game, and if it does happen once in a while, they do get back because they're rested. You know, when they got into that up and down thing, they just seemed like they weren't able to handle that. But you're right, Danny Siegel's been able to assert himself too lately, Tom. There's no doubt about that.
They're handling the defense a lot better in the last couple minutes of the second quarter than they did early in the game, where they were turning the ball over. And they're driving to the basket, picking up the fouls, and so far they've been able to make their free throws.
Well, it's certainly been an exciting first half so far, and kind of a seesaw first half. Carbondale did well, then Aliquippa and Carbondale, and it's a three-point game, and that's what we like to see.
It's not going to be easy by no stretch. 59 straight wins for the Chargers. I don't think Aliquippa is impressed.
Well, Danny Siegel's been perfect at the line so far.
You almost jinxed him.
That shooter's bounce.
Absolutely. Got the little backspin on there.
Got that nice touch. It really does.
24-22. Siegel can cut the lead to 1.
Look at that. You really don't expect that from a big man, but he's really got a nice touch on that foul line.
And now Aliquippa working in the noisy Carbondale end of the gym. Akins for 3. And that quiets the crowd. That's clutch, Barbara.
That was a big basket for them, swing the momentum a little bit back to their side. We'll see how Carbondale handles it.
9 points for him.
1:30 left in the second quarter. Tulin cross court to Tierney. The T's working it for Carbondale. Chris Daly, tough shot there. And back comes Charles Fisher. Looking to dunk, misses it.
All right.
And here comes Carbondale.
Carbondale will take it.
Smart move to bring it back outside.
Absolutely.
A lot of discipline on that play. 59 seconds to go before the half. Little bounce pass to Siegel, gets fouled, and nearly draws the three-point play.
Looks like that's on Simmons, number 50.
Aliquippa guys might be over-aggressive when it comes to Danny Siegel. As soon as he touches the ball, everyone is going after him. And if Carbondale can continue to work it inside later in the game, those fouls will add up. And they're not love taps either.
I think they feel it.
Look at that.
27-24, Carbondale down 3.
That's his first miss.
Fisher with the rebound and a double dribble.
I don't think Carbondale's going to play for one shot yet. They're down by 3 with 52 seconds to play. It'll be interesting to see what happens here. Coming up at halftime, Jay Christopher. He'll have highlights of this one and lots more. A couple of features we're going to like. I hope you stay with us. Oh, yeah.
Nice drive by Chris Daly. Big time drive. 27-26. Akins thinks about it. This time he'll take it. And Forrest Akins right now carrying Aliquippa. In the past 5 minutes, the Quips haven't done much aside from Forrest Akins, and that might be enough the way he's going.
But that's all they're going to get. That's all the closer they're going to get to the basket at this point with that zone that they're playing. The foul line, and he's got to take it from there.
Chris Daly being guarded by Larry Walker. Daly very quick. In the paint, dishes to Joe Borowski for 4.
Man.
And that's it. Halftime. 29-28, Aliquippa leads it by 1. Jay Christopher with a halftime show when we come back.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are at halftime at the Hershey Park Arena, where Aliquippa leads the Carbondale area Chargers 29-28. Carbondale area was down by 14 points in the first period, but they stormed back in the second period and now are down by 1 point. Aliquippa leading at halftime 29-28. We'll get back to the Hershey Park Arena action in just a few minutes. Before we do that, I'd like to bring you up to date on what happened at 1 o'clock this afternoon or thereabouts. Lourdes Regional overcame a 6.5-minute scoreless streak in the fourth quarter, and they pulled out a 41-32 upset victory over Class A entry Bishop Guilfoyle. Now, they were down 15-10 and in danger of being blown out again. Lourdes scored 10 straight points to trigger a 23-3 run. And that final again, Lourdes Regional 41, Bishop Guilfoyle 32. Over the years, fans have played a key role in the making or breaking of a team. Ask any player or coach what it means to have the home crowd advantage, and they'll confess it's like a shot of adrenaline, almost part of the team. In Carbondale area, the home crowd advantage has been raised to a new level, and why not? The Chargers are on the verge of a 30-30 season, 60 victories in 2 seasons, to be precise, without a loss, and that's special. To give you a sense of what basketball fever is all about in Carbondale, here's Marcy Antinas.
A sea of clapping fans chants for the Chargers. Every play, every point, every victory, they are part of the action. They know what it takes to be number one.
Nobody can stop people to those ball. They've got a great defense. The shooting, baby. We're the greatest do, man. And we love them all. We love them all. You couldn't find a better group of kids. Carbondale. They play together even off the court. All the players are dedicated in working together. Fantastic group of people we have that follow the team. They're just great and they play great. Great school, great faculty, great administration. Great fans? Yes, the best.
Teamwork and athletic ability make the Carbondale Area Chargers state finalists. With the support of the spirited fans has carried the team on the road to Hershey.
The fans are awesome. They put a lot of pressure on us, but I just go out and try to satisfy them. It's great. We're going! We're number one! Hershey, baby, we're going! We're number one!
I'm Marcy Antinas, following the Chargers and their fans on the road to Hershey.
No doubt about it. It's Carbondale Area Chargers, number one.
What is it about the game of basketball that's most interesting? Our Mike Stevens may have the answer.
A basketball game is a thing of beauty to watch. It is really a series of intricate moves, carefully choreographed and worked to perfection in countless practices and games, countless trips up and down the hardwood floor. Its reward is the swish of a basketball through a net and the cheers of a crowd eager for victory. On 59 occasions in these past 2 seasons, the Chargers of Carbondale area have delivered, have brought victory and glory to themselves and their towns. The team finished last year as state champions, the best in its class in Pennsylvania, and one could not imagine that it all might fall together again in this basketball season. But it did. With the spirit of the season behind them, the Chargers unlocked the door to the championship here in Hershey. (59-0). That is what the record book has written in it, and that is a remarkable feat. Never before has a team at this level achieved 60-0, but team spirit, the desire to win, the thrill of it all, can make the difference. 60-0. Just think about that for a minute. 60-0 for the first time by any team. One can only imagine what that might be like. I'm Mike Stevens.
We'll be back to Hershey following this important timeout.
Welcome back to the Boys State Championship. Carbondale trails Aliquippa. Third quarter, just underway. 31-30 quit. Joe Borowski losing the ball off his foot. .708 left to play here in the third quarter. Fisher. Shot won't go, and here comes Chris Daly. Chris pulls it back out.
This is what Carbondale area needs to do the rest of this ball game. Is be very patient, look for the good shot. all right.
Danny Siegel loses it temporarily. Chris Daly and Sean Tierney come away with a loose ball. Daly working inside. Tierney for three. No good, and over the backboard.
Boy, the other night against Columbia, Tierney really did the job, hit a couple of threes when they really needed it. And that may have to happen today before this ball game is over.
Forrest Akins with the ball for Aliquippa. Larry Walker. He'll go for three, and he gets it. 34-30. The Running Quips in front by 4.
Well, Carbondale area is certainly not going to let a 4-point lead bother them, especially after they were down by as much as a dozen.
Danny Siegel with the strong move. Stein for 2.
From Sean Tierney.
Don't take that
And
one
here
off,
goes
Ray.
Chris Daly. Daly with the steal. Can't get it to go. Back come the Quips. Walker with the pass to Williams. No good.
Well, that evens things up.
Daly drives. Nice bounce pass to Joe Borowski. And this game is tied at 34.
What a super pass inside there.
Carbondale in a 2-3 zone here to start the second half. Williams drive, and Siegel comes down with it. Siegel up the floor. Too much. Nearly went in the basket.
Gordon's not happy with that one.
Akins at the other end puts too high off the glass. And the Quips regain the 2-point lead.
Akins for 2.
Akins now with 16 points on the afternoon.
Just a 1 over his season average of 15. Daly drives, gets through baseline somehow, and he is fouled by John Williams.
He stepped it up in the second quarter, and now in the second half, taking it to the basket, making things happen. He had 10 points in the first half, and he's had a couple of nice assists to start the second half.
We talked so much, Barbara, about the transition game for Aliquippa. Really did the job in the first half.
They dominated in that aspect, outscoring Carbondale 14-2 in the transition game, and Carbondale's got to work on that here in the second half by getting back, as you see Daly going to the hoop and drawing the foul.
I think Carbondale was doing a good job as the first half closed at getting back on defense.
And the Chargers continue to do the job on the foul line.
So important.
State final, the littlest things make the biggest difference. Daly with a chance to tie it at 36. Larry Walker and Charles Fisher playing catch for Aliquippa.
Sean Tierney now the shadow of Forrest Akins. They don't want to let him get open anymore.
Walker with the move. He followed up his own shot and draws a foul. Larry Walker with a real nice head fake.
Great athletic move here. Carbondale, good defense on that play, forcing the bad shot, but no box out, and draws the foul.
Joe Borowski for Carbondale getting called with the foul.
It's really killed him all game long on the foul line.
Larry Walker has had his problems on the line, no doubt about that. The second of 2 is also no good, but
1
Walker
for 6
again with the rebound. 1 for 6. Right now it's a tie game.
Carbondale area right now playing a box-and-one defense.
Charles Fisher taking it to the hole and drawing a foul.
As Sean Tierney is all over.
Foul on Carbondale area, number 42, Dan Siegel. His first, team second.
Forrest Akins.
You see Fisher with the drive, Timmy, and Siegel with the foul, and right now Aliquippa playing Carbondale style from the first half, taking it to the basket.
they're going right to the hoop, drawing the foul. That time the defense didn't get over or help out and just reached in, and they made a free throw. If they get there enough times, they might start making them.
Interesting style at the foul line there.
I was just going to say, it doesn't work that time. Aliquippa once again gets the rebound. Larry Walker is all over the floor. 5'8", and he's skying for the boards. 37-36, Quips by 1, 3:45 to go in the quarter. A chippy missed by John Williams, but once again a foul on Carbondale.
Wow.
Rob Zavislak gets called, and right now we're just staying at under the Quippa basket. We'll be back. Second half of action. Carbondale down by 1. Welcome back to the Hershey Park Arena, the state championship. Carbondale down by 1, 37-36. We have 3:43 left to play, third quarter. Aliquippa inbounding under their own basket. Forrest Akins with the ball for the Quips. Akins and Walker doing plenty of damage. Loose ball, Danny Siegel comes down with it. And then a reach-in foul by Larry Walker. And that could be trouble for the Quips.
Larry Walker, his first, team second. Chargers to inbound.
Just his first foul, as you see the hustle and reach-in. And more pressure from Aliquippa. Sean Tierney gets across court. Daly and some bumping going on inside. Danny Siegel on the turnaround, and they're calling an offensive foul on Dan Siegel.
Easy, Dan, easy. That's kind of surprising since the young man was all over him when he was trying to get the ball. But
wow.
See right there.
Look at the pushing and shoving going
right
on.
There.
And then they say Danny holding his arm. He did.
It's all on how it's seen, I guess, but hey, what do we know?
Aliquippa spreading out its offense. John Williams in the paint, bounces it off his foot, and that's Carbondale's ball.
Nobody really in foul trouble right now except for Bernard Hubbles of Aliquippa, so it's been a good game that way. You don't have to worry about that nonsense.
The turnaround by Siegel, no. Not much offense here in the third quarter.
Now still a one-point game, 37-36, Aliquippa.
Akins with the dish inside, the loose ball. Williams comes up with it.
Nice play.
They're playing hot potato out there.
Yeah.
Carbondale comes down with it. Just a last touch by Aliquippa.
Tough for the guys on the radio to call that one, huh?
There you see it. Who wants it? I got it. You take it.
33, Dan Mumford checks in for the Chargers.
Oh, volleyball there. Last touch by Larry Walker. Substitution now for Carbondale. We take a look at that replay one more time. Back to the live action. Dan Rumford is in for the Chargers. That's Chris Daly. Rumford giving Sean Tierney a breather. Daly hangs, can't get it. But Siegel gets the rebound. Strong inside, and they call it travel.
I tell you.
Tough going for Dan Siegel here in the third. Every time he touches it, at least two white jerseys surround him.
Carbondale's 17th turnover of the game. Aliquippa right now with 12.
Larry Walker for three. That's a big bucket. Aliquippa leads 40-36, 1:18 left to play in the third. Chris Daly being hawked by Charles Fisher. The play inside. Williams comes down with the loose ball. Fisher to the hole. No, but a foul called on Dan Rumford, his first.
Way to go, Dan. That's a good foul to take, though. Don't let him get it easy.
Interesting matchup, guys, with Chris Daly and Charles Fisher. Fisher has at least 3 inches on Daly.
Daly's a tough player, though, and he's really come on strong for Carbondale and brought them back into the game. He's showed a lot of emotion, and I think that's been a big difference in the second quarter. Carbondale's played with a lot more emotion.
The only thing Carbondale area wants to watch out for now is 2 more fouls, and they'll be over the limit, and that'll send the Quips to the line every time there's a foul for a 1-and-1. And, you know, in a game like this, a close game, that can really mean so much.
Fisher made the first. Joe Borowski comes down with that loose ball.
Whoa. With a vengeance.
Carbondale down 5, 52 seconds left to go in the third. Rumford being hawked. Joe Borowski pivots up and drives. Tough shot. And 2 quick fouls on Dan Rumford.
Aliquippa's only giving him 1 shot at the basket right now.
Borowski shot just off the glass on the rim, and Farmer Bench and Quippa really pounding the boards.
And Sean Tierney back in to replace Rumford.
Possible 1-shot time here as Aliquippa holds on to the ball. 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Fans cheer, the Carbondale fans boo. Fisher turns and drives, then gets it off the glass. 43-36. And that's the end of the third quarter.
Basket will not count.
Carbondale down by 7. You're watching the boys state championship on WNEP. Just underway. Aliquippa leads Carbondale area 43-36. The Quips being patient on offense here in the second half. Not as much transition as we saw in the early going. John Williams doesn't get it. They bat around, and Sean Tierney comes down with it for Carbondale.
A special hello to Ben Serra, who's 67 years old, maybe the biggest Carbondale area Chargers fan, recovering in Robert Packer Hospital. We all wish him the best and hope you are enjoying the game. Ben, keep watching.
Get well. Danny Siegel trying to make things well, draws the foul. 43-36, Barbara. Carbondale down 7, and it could be more when we think about the foul shooting of Aliquippa.
Well, they started to improve a little in the third quarter, but they're still only 6 for 15 compared to 10 for 11 for Carbondale. That's really kept them in the game. Take a look at Siegel going to the basket, and that time they brought him out near the free throw line, give him a little more space to draw the foul.
Well, he's outstanding, isn't he?
And it's amazing to watch when Siegel gets the ball in the paint. Aliquippa just collapses, and Danny has been drawing those fouls and doing the job on the line. The Chargers 11 of 12 now as a team foul shooting. 43-38. Carbondale down 5.
Also a special hello to Paul Olis, of course, who for so many years was here at Hershey Park Arena doing the games on WNEP. Paul, hope you're enjoying watching this game. And of course, Paul did Carbondale area basketball on radio for years too, so I'm sure he's especially enjoying this at home.
Paul, one of the pioneers in local play-by-play broadcasting.
He'll enjoy it even more if they can tie it up and go ahead and win another.
Larry Walker takes it strong to the hole.
Wow.
Well, there's not much stopping that. Walker just skies in for an easy layup. 45-38, and now Forrest Akins gets called with a foul as he knocked down Sean Tierney.
Foul number 14, Forrest Akins, his first, team fourth.
Akins with the hawking D and reaches in.
But only his first personal, so it really doesn't damage the ball club that much.
He and Walker just with one foul each. Chris Daly looking to get something going. A foul called on Fisher.
The tempo of the game has been in Carbondale's favor the whole second half. It's really been a lot slower, which is what they want, but they haven't been able to get much going offensively.
Carbondale area to inbound.
Nice inbounds pass. Rob Zavislak with the basket. Zavislak also got bumped on that play. Double team now, pressure from Carbondale. Akins throws up a wild shot, and here come the Chargers. Tierney to the hole. No good. Back come the Quips. Larry Walker to John Williams. And it's 47-40, Aliquippa. Another foul on Fisher. That's two quick fouls.
Yeah, not a smart one, and that gives them 16 fouls, and the next time they'll be over the limit.
Chargers ball out of bounds.
So the next time that happens, Carbondale would go to the line, and they can use that scoring without the clock moving. So that'll be a big thing if it happens.
5:45 left to play, and a steal by Larry Walker. Walker goes in, bucket, and foul. That's a big three-point play.
That's Zavislak's fourth.
At this point, Barbara, you just got to let him go.
Yeah, there's no way you're going to try and stop that, and this time they give him a chance for the three-point play.
Chargers take timeout. They are down by 9 with 5:35 left. Welcome back. Chargers down 49-40, 5:35 left to play in this game. Could be the turning point right now. Carbondale needs a run. Larry Walker. Chance of a three-point play to give Aliquippa a 10-point lead. Crunch time for the Chargers. Sean Tierney, pressure from Atkins.
So they don't have to worry about trying to hit the threes yet. They can be patient and still... What do I know, right?
Chris Daly with the three. His defender fell down today. That's why he launched that one. Loose ball, scramble. Siegel comes up with it.
Nice play there. Yep, he got him.
A reach-in foul. As Daly draws the foul, and he'll go to the line.
That's on Walker, his second.
Larry Walker, his second, team 7. Chargers now in the bonus. Chris Daly to line, shooting 1+1.
Well, they're both on the bonus now, so we'll go to the line every time now.
And Daly with the drive, and Walker reaching in.
A little lane violation there, wasn't there?
Who are they going to call it on?
Everybody was in there.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Looks like it's been called on Aliquippa, so Chris Daly will get 2 more.
And it looked like John Williams was the guy, so he's still going to get 2 shots here from what I can tell. Yep. That's a real bonus.
Absolutely. Daly's 2 foul shots makes it 50-48. Aliquippa by 8.
Especially since he missed that first one too. So
50-42. Excuse me. Missed shot by Quippa.
Big rebound there from Daly. He was really up there.
Chris Daly with the pass. Tierney for 3.
There it is.
And here comes Aliquippa. Akins. Little showtime. Can't get it. Battle for, and Danny Siegel called for the foul.
That'll be his 3rd.
Carbondale's been lucky that Aliquippa has missed a number of easy shots that they have this game.
Second breakaway layup this half that Aliquippa has failed to convert.
I'm impressed, though, at how quick Sean Tierney was getting back on that play. He did dog him a little bit to make it a little tougher. Look at him. He's there. I'll hand him that.
Made the difference.
Yes, he did.
Not to confuse the people, it is 50-42. Aliquippa. 4:45 left in the fourth. Big rebound by John Williams. And a nice strip by Rob Zavislak.
Yep, now's the time to play defense.
Daly. Siegel. Danny will go to the line. And that's the way he shoots foul shots, automatic.
Sean Hall's third foul, if I'm not mistaken.
Number 44, Sean Hall. His third. Going to the line.
Sorry, they'd love to get him out of there if they could.
And the game plan is simple, as you see it, Daly to Siegel.
1+1.
And he really does break the seam there very well to get open, but Hall stuck his arm in there and got Siegel. I'll tell you though, the way Siegel's shooting at the foul line, they'll take it.
Carbondale as a whole, missing just one all day.
Look at that.
50-44, Chargers down by 6, 4.5 minutes to play.
And you know with the three-pointer, 6 is nothing anymore.
Carbondale fans beginning to get back in this game.
Yeah, they really need to do that.
That's Walker.
That was a walk.
No. Battle for it. Aliquippa comes down with it. Charles Fisher strong, gets the finger roll.
That was nice.
A lot of weapons on this Aliquippa team. Tierney being dogged up the floor by Akins. And a steal by Fisher. Watch out.
I don't mean to be a poo-pah, but I'm not sure that was a clean steal. I thought he got Daly's arm on that, but
Chris Daly comes right back. Borowski with the rebound. They fight for it. Aliquippa with a 10-point lead, and with the ball, 3.5 minutes to play. Akins. No. Siegel with the rebound. Danny Siegel just being a rock underneath.
he sure is. He has really done the job.
Rob Zavislak. Oh, I don't know about that one.
That's a foul there. It didn't look like anybody was set to me. And Zavislak is through. That's his 5th foul.
That's 5 on Rob Zavislak, and Glenn Muskoski and his coaching staff has to wonder. Here's Charles Fisher before, giving Aliquippa a 10-point lead, slamming it home.
Too hard in the slam dunk contest.
Absolutely. You didn't slam in high school, huh? You didn't slam?
No, I came real close.
Oh,
a couple times.
Okay. Dejected Rob Zavislak on the bench. 3 minutes and 5 seconds left to play in the game.
It's too bad when the last call is a questionable one. You don't mind if you really hack somebody and you know you're going out, but when it's one like that.
Aliquippa now being patient with the ball as they've done the whole second half. Carbondale, it appears, trying to get the foul, but ref's not calling it. There's Larry Walker trying to weave his way through the D. Throws up a miracle, doesn't go. Battle for it. That's John Williams with some great effort underneath for Quippa. A third effort. And Williams draws a foul. That's great hustle.
Great job on the boards that time by Aliquippa.
Fouls on number 11, Keith Tolan. His second personal foul.
Williams might have gotten away with a push-off on Siegel there.
And Joe Borowski's talking to the official saying he was on my back, but in a situation like that, I think everybody's on everybody else's back, really. That's tough, though. It really is tough when a team gets 5-6 shots at the basket. They're still not making those foul shots, though.
If anything saves Carbondale right now, it will be Aliquippa's foul shooting.
What Carbondale has to do, too, is they have to get fouls down the other end and score when there's no time coming off the clock.
Williams misses both, but once again, there is Larry Walker with the rebound, and the possession arrow, fortunately, goes to Carbondale.
Possession arrow belongs to Carbondale area.
Don't worry about Larry Walker and his 5'8" frame, Barbara. He's all over the floor.
Outstanding. He's hurt Carbondale both from the outside and also his penetration to the basket this game.
you know, Carbondale area has been in these positions before, and they know how to work out of them.
Siegel looking to make his move. A little body there, nothing called. Daly comes down with it, and that's rejected, but a foul on Hall.
That's his fourth.
Fouls on the punch number 44, Sean Hall.
They got to make these free throws now. Have to make them. Cannot miss any.
Chris Daly going to the line for Carbondale.
Definitely got him.
Substitution for Aliquippa, number 34, Bernard Humple's return.
There you see the fight for it underneath, and little Chris Daly comes down with it.
Shoot it two.
Carbondale's going the last 2.5 minutes without scoring, and it's not what you want to do against a team such as Aliquippa. You don't want to do that against any team, of course, but this is what they have to do, though. When the clock's not running, put the points in.
They've made their foul shots. They just haven't scored from the floor.
That's right.
54-46 with that two foul shot from Chris Daly. 2:05 left to play in the game. Aliquippa. Walker knocked away nicely by Dan Siegel. Carbondale will have to go for the steal or foul at this point. There's a chance for Tierney, and he comes down with it. Sean Tierney goes in and gets the two. The lead is down to 6, 1:52 to play. And Dan Siegel called for the reach-in.
That's what they've got to do, though. If they don't get the steal, is foul immediately and put them on the line, see if they can make them.
Sean Tierney with the football catch and the touchdown. A big basket for Carbondale. Timeout on the floor. 54-48. Chargers down by 6.
Welcome back to Hershey Park Arena. 1:49 to go. Carbondale area trailing 55-48 to Aliquippa. Just want to remind everybody, Dinosaur Golf coming up right after this telecast, and 8,595 in attendance, a sellout crowd at Hershey Park Arena.
Getting an entertaining game. Walker misses a second. They battle for the loose ball in Carbondale. So right now it's a 7-point spread. 3 possessions for Carbondale.
Full court press here, too, from the Quips.
Tulin and Tierney, and boy, oh boy.
They better hurry.
A lot of body is being exchanged out on that floor. No fouls called.
They made it.
Keith Tulin gets it across floor for Carbondale. Here's Daly. Spins. Dishes to Tulin.
Oh, he got it on the back of the arm there.
Nothing called, and Akins comes down with it. They're going to have to foul, and they do. Chris Daly for the foul, and Danny Siegel right over by our desk.
Danny Siegel was just about to read our stats.
Not sure if he likes to read the scoreboard. 55-48, 1 minute 24 seconds left to play.
Now, it's not over by any means, but you're right. It's a 3-possession game right now for Carbondale area.
And these foul shots begin to add up.
He's really the only guy that's been making them all day for them. Actually, he's done just about everything for him. Forrest Akins.
And Walker. 2 guards, really phenomenal. That
Lane
one
violation.
is short, but a lane violation, and that's on Aliquippa.
Oh, that's a real break again.
A big break for the Chargers. John Williams called for being in the lane.
Well, you don't see that very often. We've seen it twice in the last couple of minutes. See if Carbondale area can capitalize on it.
Here's Chris Daly. 1:20 left to play. Siegel in the paint. Goes strong.
He got it.
The bucket and foul. All of a sudden, Dan Siegel can cut the lead to 5.
I'm telling you, these guys are tough. Daly, nice pass inside to Siegel. He takes 2 people on, no problem. Off the glass, dribbles in, boom, and the foul.
Just as good as a 3-pointer.
Absolutely.
1:15 left to play. 56-51. Quippa's lead is down to 5, and a good quick foul by Keith Tulin.
The instant foul there.
That'll send Charles Fisher to the line, and if I'm not mistaken, that's the guy you want to have there.
which is surprising why they'd want to inbounds it to him immediately.
Fisher not doing too well with the free throw.
Shooting 1, +1.
By the way, coming up at 6 o'clock here, we'll have highlights tonight at 11. The Bishop Hoban Lady Argents go for the state title.
The 1-and-1. The first, no good. And a big rebound by Sean Tierney. Here comes Chris Daly. 56-51. A minute 5 to play.
Could it happen 2 years in a row?
Daly drives and cuts the lead to 3. Carbondale needs the foul. Tierney reaches in, and Akins will go to the line. And Akins and Tierney exchange some words, and then a pat on the back.
No, I think that was more like, you know, I had to do it. And he said, yes, I know.
Well, Joe Borowski basically shoved Akins, and they didn't call that one, and then finally Tierney gets it. 57 seconds left to play in this game. We talked about foul shots. Carbondale down 56-53.
And the Carbondale fans trying to distract. Well, he's been good.
He's been cool in the second half. Akins puts the Aliquippa Quips back up by 4. Chance to extend it to 5. And he does. Baseball
Look
pass.
at this.
Chris Daly is open. Daly, no. Siegel with the follow and a big collision. Sean Hall and Dan Siegel skying up at the basket. Siegel will go to the line.
He's lucky they didn't call that an intentional foul, too.
There's Daly.
The way he got hammered here. Watch.
Off balance, and Siegel.
Look at this.
Oh, wow. That's number 5, Tim.
He's gone. That could be big.
What is also big is that play only used up 4 seconds off the clock. 53 seconds to play. 58-55 with Siegel shooting 2.
What I can't believe is that Aliquippa let Daly get that wide open like that in a game such as this. But that's great. They'll take every break they can get.
Obviously a set play, a pick underneath. A free Daly.
Carbondale's doing what they have to stay in the game and try and come back and pull it out by taking the ball to the basket and then fouling Aliquippa immediately. Not that much time's going off the clock.
You want to talk about an MVP, though. This guy scored more at the foul line than he has, and he's done it all afternoon. Look at this.
Expect nothing less from Dan Siegel. 58-55. And finally a foul called, and they're going to charge, I believe, Chris Daly with that one.
Charge about 1 of 3 players there.
50 seconds to go. Look at this. 58-55.
Chris Daly, his 3rd personal foul.
And once again, Carbondale just using up 3 seconds. And Walker has had his problems on the foul line. It's the Boys State Championship on WNEP-TV, the news station. Glad you could join us.
It's a 1-and-1, so he's got to make the first, and if he misses, hopefully Carbondale can get the rebound.
First one is no good. Williams comes down with it. Loose ball, and that possession arrow goes to Aliquippa.
That's all right. Still tons of time. Tons of time at 46 seconds.
Tons of time, especially with that line painted out there at 19 feet 9 inches. The inbounds. Walker gets the 2. Tierney pushing it up floor. 35 seconds to play.
Yeah,
Carbondale down 5. They need a 3.
They can't use up a lot of time here.
Will settle for 2 from the line from Chris Daly.
Sure.
Foul on John Williams as Chris Daly with the quickness.
John Williams, his 4th personal foul. Chris Daly going to...
Should this game go to an overtime situation, Clippa is in some serious foul trouble.
They are. That was Williams' 4th foul.
They've been amazing from the foul line this game.
Really a clinic, to say the least. I love to see this, though, because that's a lost art in the game. It really is.
60-57. 30 seconds to go and a quick foul.
3 guys. Who do you call it on?
I'm not sure that's the one you want to foul. Akins has been good from the free throw line, but they're certainly not taking any time off the clock.
No, but I tell you what.
Only 1 second lost.
I'll tell you what, though, you got to hand it to Aliquippa for getting the ball into it. You know, but hey, he's got to miss sometime, I guess.
I guess if you look on the bright side, the odds are in Carbondale's favor. Although Carbondale has been making the foul shots all day.
You're not kidding. I'd like to see one off the back of the iron right now.
And you got your wish. Keith Doolin comes down with the rebound. 25 seconds to go. Carbondale down 3.
This is the time when Daly really shines.
How about Tierney and Daly? 17 seconds to play. Tierney for 3.
No.
It's short. Loose ball and a foul on Tulin. 11 seconds to go. 60-57, Aliquippa. There's Tierney's three-pointer off
in front of the iron. Yep. It had the distance. It was just offline a little bit. Looks like Aliquippa's going to call a timeout. 11 seconds to go. 60-57. Aliquippa in front in this game. And much like the George Junior Republic game last year, it looks like it's going to have to be another miracle. Dinosaur Golf coming up immediately following this telecast. And hopefully a Carbondale area win for their 60th straight and their second straight state title. Barbara, I know you played in many games that were like this. What are you thinking? I mean, you get the ball, you know, you got to make that three-pointer, you know, whatever.
I'm wishing that we're up by 20, first of all, but...
You mean Carbondale area, of course.
Yeah,
yes.
Oh, of course, absolutely. No, actually, these kind of games you love, I think, as a player, to go up against somebody pretty equal in ability, and when it comes down to it, the good players want it in their hands, and I think that's what we've seen in Carbondale. Certainly, it's been Siegel and Daly that have really kept them in the game, and they've come up big.
The toughest part, it appears, is not taking the three-point shot, finding the three-point shot. You have to really work hard to get open this late in the game.
They worked hard for that one. They got a pretty good look at the basket, but just went off the front of the rim. Can't ask for much more than that, though.
So right now, this state title in the hands of Aliquippa, whatever they want to do with it, it's on the line with Larry Walker. 60-57, the Quips by 3. No good. Chris Daly with the ball.
Holy cow.
8 seconds to play. Daly is rejected by Akins. What a play by Akins.
Wow.
And Aliquippa appears headed for the state title. 2 seconds left to play. They lead it by 3, and they go to the line.
Great block that time by Akins coming down here.
Forrest Akins just with their gorgeous rejection, and then the save. And then the peace of mind to save the ball from going out of bounds. Once again, a fantastic play. And if you're Aliquippa, maybe you missed this shot on purpose. If it clanks off the rim, and as soon as someone touches it, the clock will start. There's only 2 seconds left.
Well, does Carbondale area have another timeout? Because if they get it off the rim, then they'll get a timeout. And they'll have 2 seconds to get it down, and we know what can happen.
Number 21 is Marty Waller for Carbondale area coming in the substitution. Once again, probably the play of the game. Forrest Akins. What an individual effort.
I think the save was better than the block.
And I know what Chris Daly was thinking. He looked right up at the clock. He knew he had to take a shot, and he was hoping he could get through those two guys. Just couldn't do it to get a shot up.
I'll be also thinking, where did he come from?
Yeah, exactly.
Daly sets, and Akins just a clean block.
He was definitely surprised with Chris. Well, there's 2 seconds on the clock. 60-57, Carbondale area trailing. And they've got to hope that Bernard Hubbles can miss this first shot. They can get the rebound and call a timeout, if they have any left, which unfortunately I'm not privy to.
Our statistician, Timmy, has been out getting a hot dog since the start of the game, I think.
As you can see, everybody is back for Aliquippa. No one set to get the rebound.
If Hubbles makes both, it's in the book. This is the first and a timeout with 1 second to go.
Holy cow.
I'm telling you what, Aliquippa and their foul shooting is giving Carbondale every chance in the world.
Can it happen again? I mean, the most that can happen now would be a tie, but unless they get fouled while they're making the desperation shot.
1 second to go. And it appears they'll be taking the ball out under the Aliquippa basket.
Well, they can try the Duke
The old
play, of
Christian
course.
Leitner, yes.
It is. I mean, we all know it. It's possible. We all know that. The question is it a full second that's left up there? And since they don't have the tenth of a second on this clock at Hershey Park Arena.
Well, that second went off pretty quickly.
Right. So we don't know if it's a full second.
You see the coaching staff of Carbondale area trying to devise some kind of miracle play.
Exactly. Well, they're a team of miracles. It all started with a miracle last year at this same place, just about this same time of day.
Coach Glenn Muskowski.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle overtime if they do this.
Carbondale did it last year, pulling off the last second win.
Well, they've got Siegel, Daly. Of course, Leo Scarupa was the guy who made the big bucket last year, and Leo's since graduated. And
one pass and one shot.
That's what it's going to be. It's almost going to be like a Hail Mary kind of pass play.
Here we go. And it's over. The shot does not count. Aliquippa has won the boys state championship 60-57.
Now, Carbondale area did get a shot at the basket. It was just a tad too late. And what a basketball game.
Coach Deep for Aliquippa. Carbondale Chargers experiencing these emotions last year.
Let me just say this before we go any further. This Carbondale area team, outstanding basketball team, one of the best coached teams. I've lived around here a long time. One of the best coached teams I've ever seen. One of the best disciplined teams I've ever seen. And I don't think it's going to be a long time until you see another team like this around here. 59 straight wins.
Yeah, they're obviously down, Timmy, but really not showing it. How can you be? 59 straight wins, a state title of your own. What a run for the Chargers.
It was absolutely outstanding. And, you know, anything we say isn't going to be enough. So all we can say is congratulations to the Carbondale area teams on a great season. Now, we'll be back in just a minute. Welcome back to Hershey Park Arena, where you see the Carbondale area Chargers receiving their runner-up medals. They dropped this game 60-57 to Aliquippa, but what a great game it was, and a great run for the Carbondale area Chargers, 59-1 over the last two seasons, and of course the state championship last season. Earlier today, the Lourdes Regional Lady Red Raiders won the state championship 41-32 over defending champion Bishop Guilfoyle, and coming up at 6 o'clock, the Bishop Hoban Lady Argents will have a chance to play North Pittsburgh Catholic in the girls game, AAA game. Of course, if you're wondering where the PGA bowling was for this afternoon, it will be on this evening, actually late tonight, early Sunday morning, and we certainly hope you'll be watching for that, or at least running your VCR at 2 a.m., I do believe. And I guess that's about it from here, Tom and Barbara. A disappointing day, but a great effort by the Carbondale area Chargers.
Fantastic run, as you mentioned, over the past 2 years. 1 loss, 60 tries, a state title, a runner-up trophy to bring back to Carbondale. Hard-fought game. They played as well as they could. Aliquippa just a little bit better today.
Barbara, what do you say when you were on this end of a state championship deal? What did the coach say to you?
Well, he couldn't really say anything. You work all season long, and I played in the state championship game, and we lost by a lot wider margin. So I had a little chance for it to sink in by the end of the game that we weren't going to win. But it's tough. You know, you're crushed. You work hard all season for it, and you obviously want to come out as the winner. But I think Carbondale did a great job staying in this game the way they did.
People don't want to hear it, of course, and that is that Carbondale has nothing to be ashamed of, but that is the truth. They really don't. Anytime you get this far out of all the high schools in the state and you get to this position and you're only 3 points from winning it again after already winning one and going 59 games after that, then really you have nothing to be ashamed of.
They had a great season, 59 straight wins, the state record, and they are state champions last year.
Thanks for joining us today. It was great to have you here.
A lot of fun. Thanks a lot.
And for all of us at WNEP, thanks for joining us, the Boys State Championship. See you again next year, hopefully. For Tim Carlson and Barbara Barr, I'm Tom Tidy saying so long. Bye-bye.